Hey, what is up guys? It's Silversun here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my review on the Dragon Ball Super episode 41. Alright, so basically the tournament's over with everyone fought pretty much and Universe 7 winning because of Manaka. Basically, Sampa was going to destroy his teammates, but then someone stepped onto the battlefield, which was Zeno, and pretty much Beerus and Whis are like terrified of this guy because he's like extremely powerful. He's like the god of gods essentially, some way, somehow, even though he's like really small and like really, innocent looking. But he still has those two bodyguards there, and basically everybody's like nervous because he could pretty much wipe out the whole multiverse, pretty much all 12 universes in like the blink of an eye essentially, and pretty much everyone's bowing down to him, being all respectable and whatnot. But then, of course, Goku comes down and pretty much he comes in with everyone else, and he's pretty much just saying like, "Oh hey, you know, I, you're really strong and whatnot. I can't wait to meet you. It's exciting to meet you and whatnot." And then pretty much he goes up to shake his hand, and then pretty much Beerus is like freaking out, telling him, "No, don't do it. If you do it, then he'll like kill you and whatnot." But then pretty much he's like just holding out his hand for like a while, and everyone's just like staring at him, waiting what's going to happen. But then Zeno pretty much just shakes his hand right back, and pretty much he like lifts him up a little, and then he brings back down for whatever reason, and everyone was just shocked at that. But basically, Zeno was pretty excited. He originally came there because Beerus and Champa weren't really doing their jobs as God of Destruction. They were pretty much just goofing off, having this silly tournament, pretty much. But then he pretty much came over, and he liked what he saw. He liked all the different warriors fighting each other from different universes. He thought it was pretty cool. As did I. I thought it was really cool and whatnot. But anyways, pretty much he says that they should do it again, but with all 12 of the universes. Like, I don't know. I think that's gonna be really crazy. I like all this like adding up, like all this like like first we got the Universe 6, tournament and whatnot, pretty much, and then now we're gonna get all the other universes fighting. We could only imagine how strong they must be, and I really hope that all the Universe 6 characters come back and whatnot, because that'd be really cool to see. But pretty much Goku's just like, yeah, we should definitely do that sometime and whatnot. And then pretty much Zeno kind of leaves, and then when he leaves, pretty much they go on to summon the Super Shenron, I believe is what they call him. Pretty much God Shenron. I'll just call him that, God Shenron. Pretty much they go on to unleash him out of the Super Dragon Balls, and basically the final Dragon Ball was the planet that they were fighting on. The unnamed planet was the seventh Dragon Ball. So pretty much they go on to unlock him, and pretty much he comes out, and he's really huge. He's like as big as the universe essentially, and then pretty much they're just like he's pretty much just like flying around, eating up all the planets and the galaxies and whatnot, while the characters Goku and the Z Fighters and all of them go inside the dragon to a much smaller dragon, and then pretty much that's where they make their wish, and they can only make a wish in the language of the gods. So basically, Beerus takes up a wish, and he tells Whis to make it for him, and then that was pretty much it. Like the balls dissipated, they went off, and they just went off to different galaxies or different universes, I'm assuming. And then pretty much Beerus had essentially wished for Universe 6's Earth to be restored, much like Universe 7's Earth. Basically, it's like all nice and happy and like still alive and whatnot. All the people on the Earth is pretty much like there and whatnot. And then Champa is pretty much just like, "Oh man, I can't believe you did that for me." I still don't like him, but it was still kind of nice and whatnot. And then pretty much Beerus had made up a lie to them saying, "Oh, I just wish for a bed," something stupid like that. And then pretty much they're just complaining about like, "Oh, why would you wish for that and whatnot," when it's obvious the wish they made. And I thought it was a pretty good wish. I mean, I guess it kind of like it's nice, but like I don't know, it just seems a smidge like out of character. Not out of character, I should say, but like, cause like most of this time, this whole tournament, they were just fighting over food essentially, and then pretty much they won Universe 7. Uh, I don't know. It's just like most of the time they were bickering the whole time and whatnot, but in the end, Beerus was pretty much nice enough to do that for him, so I guess it does actually work out in the end. But essentially, pretty much Goku and the rest of the Z Fighters go back to Earth. Goku's pretty much like waiting to fight Monaka, pretty much, and then Monaka goes back to like his little day job that he has. I believe he's like a delivery person. Pretty much, Beerus rewards him for fighting in the tournament, even though, obviously he was an amateur, he was a faker and whatnot, but he still rewarded him nonetheless. And then pretty much he was just saying like he'll still need him around to motivate Goku and whatnot. And then pretty much everything just kind of returns back to normal, at least at the end of this episode, because in the next episode, from what I saw, Monaka was wearing like this cape and he looked almost like Mr. Satan. He had like the belt on and whatnot and all that stuff. Like it looked crazy. But pretty much in the next episode, Goku and Monaka are gonna fight, which I think won't be a really serious fight. I think it'll just be silly, or maybe like how Hercule and Beavis fought. Pretty much like it might be something like that, to where it was like a made up story or whatever. But I'm pretty excited for that. But just tell me what you guys thought of this episode. What did you think of the God Shenron, the Super Dragon Balls and all that stuff? What do you think of Zeno? How do you think his character is and whatnot? I have to say I personally like him, even if he doesn't seem that intimidating. He's still, an alright kind of guy. But yeah, pretty much that's about it for me, guys. And until the next one, Silver Sun is out.